So if we will solve for the limits of this function using the previous approach na ginagamit natin, which is sinasubstitute lang natin yung value ng given value ng c to the variable x, in this kind of function, hindi siya natin magagamit. Because if we will substitute the given c, which is 0, to our variable x, yung denominator ay magiging 0, which give us an answer na undefined, in which di natin mahanap yung value ng limits for this function. So, that's why we will use analytical approach. So, the question now is, ano yung analytical approach na appropriate for this kind of function? So, by the way, we have two analytical techniques in finding our limits. So, we have dividing out technique and rationalizing technique. But in this kind of function, we cannot use dividing out technique because our function is simplified already. That's why we cannot use factoring. So, that's why yung gagamitin natin na technique is rationalizing technique. So in this function, we have first to rationalize the numerator by multiplying its conjugate to both sides of numerator and denominator. So, ano nga pala yung conjugate? So, yung conjugate is when we change the sign in the middle of both two terms. So, dito, yung numerator, kung yung numerator natin is square root of 2 plus x minus square root of 2, yung conjugate niya is square root of 2 plus x plus square root of 2. Ito yun. So, if we will observe this function, needed ng background knowledge natin in multiplying and adding radicals. So, just a little review, no? So, in multiplying radicals, let us say we have the nth root of a times the nth root of b. It is equal to the nth root of ab. So, if we are multiplying two radicals with the same index, we will have just to multiply its numerator. Let us say we have this square root of 2 times square root of 3. Then we have square root of 2 times 3 or square root of 6. So, yun lang yan. Also, if we have nth root of a times the nth root of a, then we have an answer na a. So, kakancel lang natin tong radical sign if yung radical natin is the same. Let us say, if we have square root of 2 times square root of 2, then we have simply the answer is 2. Why? So, if we will apply the first rule, parang pares lang naman siya. It's just that in the second rule, pinashortcut lang natin siya. So, using this example, we have square root of 2 times square root of 2. We have square root of 2 squared. Since same naman yung base niya, we will just have add its exponent na 1. So, 1 plus 1, it is equivalent to 2. So, 2 yung index niya, 2 yung exponent niya dito. So, we can cancel that. It will give us 2. Same lang siya dito. Same lang siya dito. So, in adding naman, actually, it's adding or subtracting. Parehas lang naman to. If we are adding, let us say we have the nth root of a plus the nth root of a, then we would have the 2 nth root of a. Why? because we have outside the radical sign, meron naman tayong dyang 1, understood na 1, yun yung i-add natin. Given na dapat yung radical part natin is the same with the other term. If iba yung radical natin or iba yung index natin dito sa other radical sa isang term, then we cannot use this operation to this expression. So for example, we have 2 square root of 3 plus square root of 3, then i-add natin yung numerical coefficient outside ng radical sign natin. So if we have 2 plus square root of 3, that is merong 1 dito, that's 2 plus 1, this is equal to 3, then copy lang natin yung radical part, which is square root of 3. So yung answer natin is 3 square root of 3. Another example, if we have 2 square root of 3 na rin, plus square root of, let us say we have 12. Okay. At first glance, makikita natin hindi same yung radicand niya. But we can factor this one in which yung isang factor is perfect square at yung isa niya ay the same yung number sa radicand dito. So that is factor ng 12, that is 4 times 3. Diba? So yung 4, i-extract natin, that would give us 2, and just remain yung isang factor niya, which is 3. And since same naman yung radicand niya sa radical part natin, we can add the numerical coefficient here. That is 2 plus 4, it is equal to 4, and copy the radical part, which is square root of 3. So the final answer natin is 4 square root of 3. So yun lang yun. So this concept is i-apply natin dito sa ating original problem. Ano pala, since in the numerator it is both binomial, so we can use FOIL method or distributive method. But in my case, I just use distributive method para madali. FOIL method, madali lang naman. It's up to you. So, square root of 2 plus x, ito muna. Square root of 2 plus x times square root of 2 plus x. That is, like what we did earlier, we just cancel out this radical sign, and yung remain na lang is yung radicand niya, which is 2 plus x. Then, this 2, square root of 2 plus x times positive square root of 2, that is square root of 2 plus x times 2. So, minultiply lang natin yung nasa loob ng radical sign, which is the radicand. Then, negative 2 times square root of 2 plus x, same with this one, we just combine the radical, multiply what is inside the radical sign, then negative square root of 2 times positive square root of 2, that is negative 2. We just positive times negative times positive, it is negative. Then since we multiply with the same radicand, then we just cancel it out. At yung mariremain na lang is yung radicand, which is 2. Now, in denominator, we just copy since okay lang naman siya i-copy. So, copy lang muna natin. That is x times square root of 2 plus x plus square root of 2. Now, we will just take this one by one. We have multiply muna natin itong nasa loob ng 2 radicals natin. So, that is 2 times 2, that is 4. And x times 2, that is 2x. Then, 2 times 2 equals 4. Then, x times 2 is equal to 2x. So, since they have the same radicals, radicand and index, and they have opposite sign, we can have just cancel it out because positive square root of 4 plus 2x minus square root of 4 plus 2x is just equal to 0. So, yung matitira na lang is this. 2 plus x minus 2 sa numerator natin and copy lang natin yung denominator which is x times square root of 2 plus x plus square root of 2. Now, simplify natin muna dito sa numerator which is 2 minus 2 is equal to 0. So, yung mariremain na lang is yung x na lang. X is equal to divided to x times square root of 2 plus x plus square root of 2. So ngayon, we can just cancel this x to the x in the denominator and it will give us 1 over, ito na square root of 2 plus x plus square root of 2. So ngayon, pwede na natin ma-apply yung substitution sa value na binigay sa atin ng c which is 0 to the variable x. So that is 1 over square root of 2 plus 0 plus square root of 2. So 2 plus 0 that is 2 which is 1 yung function natin is 1 over square root of 2 plus square root of 2. So like what we review kanina in adding radicals, since they have the same, these two radicals have the same radicand and index, we can have just add the numerical coefficient outside nung radical sign natin. So we have 1 diba dito and 1 dito. So 1 plus 1, we have 2, then copy the radical. Kapita pa ba? Kapita pa. So, copy lang natin yung radical part na ito, na which is square root of 2. So, yung answer natin dito is 1 over 2 square root of 2. But, di pa tayo dyan nagtatapos. Since yung radical niya ay nasa denominator, we have to rationalize the denominator. So, in rationalizing denominator, we just have to get the radical part dito sa ating denominator, which is square root of 2, and multiply it to both numerator and denominator. So that is 1 times square root of 2, that is square root of 2, then 2, copy lang natin, then this square root of 2 times square root of 2, like what we did earlier, we just cancel the radical sign that will, and yung mariremain na lang is yung radicand which is 2. So 2 times 2, that is 4. So yung final answer natin is square root of 2 over 4. And
so the limit of our function, square root of 2 plus x minus square root of 2, all divided by the variable x, where x is approaches to 0, is square root of 2 divided by 4.